Okay, 5 minutes. So, in one of my previous posts, I had wanted to do this experiment where I could maybe be interviewed by ChatGPT, and that would help me make my 5 minute post easier because it's easier if I'm being asked a question and then I can respond to it. The alternative is that I try to come up with something to talk about each day for each post. And to be honest, that's pretty hard. I mean, I, you know, it's hard to just like, what do I want to talk about in this moment? I don't know. I think it's easier to respond to something. So I had another idea, which is what if I create a theme, or not a theme? What if I create a kind of a content theme? Maybe that's the right thing for each day. So, for example, I ran this through GPT and said, like what would be some ideas for each day that could be different for my YouTube video posts? What could I do? And give me some ideas. And yeah, it gave me some cool ideas. So for the week, so it gave me this idea for Mindful Monday to, maybe on Monday I spend 5 minutes reflecting on, you know, topics of the week, something introspective. Truth Tuesday, maybe every Tuesday I try to focus on being honest and bold and, speaking something out loud that feels like a truth recently. That's a pretty cool idea. I like that. Wednesday, it gave me Weird Wednesday. All right, nice. Do something odd, playful, strange. Maybe share a weird dream. Actually, I had a very weird dream last night that I cannot share on my YouTube publicly. But if you ever catch me out and about in private, ask me about my very weird dream. Or something like unusual that I like, or maybe I could do something unusual like with how I dress. That's pretty fun. I think that's like good for me to like try to throw in something spicy and be a bit playful. Um, for Thursday, it gave me Theme Thursday. Maybe pick a theme, like a word, and focus on that. Okay, and then for Friday, it said Feel It Friday. Focus on feelings and do an emotional check in with how I'm processing things. Um, right up my alley. Okay, wow, there's 2 more days. That's already a lot. Saturday, Story Saturday. Tell a story from your life. I've got a lot of stories. Sunday, Soul Sunday. End the week with a deeper or spiritual reflection. All pretty good. Pretty nice. I think I'm going to try this out for a while. So, what would that mean? I mean, today is Theme Thursday. So, it says pick a theme, or it says pick a theme and riff. This gives you freedom to explore. Pick a word: freedom, home, anger, growth. Unpack what it means to you and reflect on a quote maybe, or if this week had a theme, it would be, okay, so let's try the pick a word thing. That seems the easiest. Um, and explore that for today. I think that the word that I'll pick in this moment is strategy. So, because that kind of ties into what I'm talking about and exploring with my YouTube and trying to like come up with something, strategy. And I think that I realize that I'm somebody that really likes having a clear strategy. Sometimes I might say clear direction. I appreciate having clear direction in my life for myself. Um, and that's essentially having a clear strategy. And I, I definitely feel like I've gotten much clearer in the past year, especially the past year, probably the last couple years, or it's been evolving over the past like 5 years. But definitely in the last year, I've gotten much clearer that I really depend on having some kind of strategic roadmap for my life, like daily, and the things that I do, even in my work, in my week, what I'm spending time on, my creativity. I like having a roadmap, and I can see this pattern has shown up in my life all the time. I've definitely been somebody who, like in the past, I would have a lot of journals. I would write a lot, sketch things a lot. I always had like, planners that I would use every day and just fill up with things. That transitioned to using Evernote. I had like a premium Evernote subscription for like 10 years or 15 years, something like that. And just had thousands of notes. I mean, I make notes about everything and build, like write out strategies and all this stuff. Most of it, I feel like I never really use. It's the like creating and the kind of like processing part that works for me for some reason. But yeah, strategy and, for example, just even with what I was saying today, like I noticed if I don't have any constraints, let's say I have an idea. Let's post a YouTube journal post every day. There's an idea. Easy for me to have that idea. But then if I don't have any constraints or I don't have like a strategy for it, it becomes really hard for me to fulfill it. And I haven't had that for this project actually. I've just been trying to be like, oh, whatever comes to me, and then I'll talk about that. And then I notice that it's much more challenging, or I'll make a post, I talk about something, and it just feels like, I don't know, like I'm really trying too hard, or it just doesn't feel right, the thing that I'm speaking about. But creating something like, a weekly schedule with different themes that give me something to like jump off of. It gives me a kind of like a direction, a path to go in. Then it's much easier for me to be like, oh, cool, I got it. Theme Thursday, pick a word, talk about it. I'm on it. I got it. It works really well for me. So just this, just this activity of exploring this gives me some personal insight into myself and what's working for me. And there you go. There's my post. There's Theme Thursday. So happy Thursday.